So this is my League starter, Poisonous Concoction Pathfinder. I'm just going to go over some little details. The full brief guide is in the descriptions. This is a level 1 gem, level 20 gem. So notice how you consume 2 life flask charges every time you use the skill. And since we don't want to be running out of life flasks, so in the beginning, take this field medicine node. It says life flasks gain a charge when you hit an enemy, no more than once each second. So this means that if you have 2 life flasks, every time you use Poisonous Concoction and if it hits an enemy, you'll use 2 charges but gain back 2 charges because it'll gain a charge. Each life flask will gain a charge. So just by taking this notable and having 2 life flasks and making sure that the skill hits the enemy, since it hits an enemy, I think sustain will be okay. But this flask mastery node is just additional sustain. You might find this helpful. And just for additional flask sustain, I think Nature's Boom should be the first ascendancy node. Then the other confusing thing could be these claw nodes. Even though we're not using a claw, some of these mods work. So 10% chance to poison, that works because it's not claw specific. 5% increased poison duration also works, and 10% dot multi also works. But this claw mastery notable is the key reason why we're taking these nodes. So plus 10 life gain for each enemy hit, and also plus 5 mana gained. This one's pretty powerful in the beginning since we don't have a lot of life and mana, so plus 10 and plus 5 is a lot. After you take this mastery node, you might not even need to use the life flask and mana flask. But eventually I think we should swap this to enemies poisoned by you cannot deal critical strikes, just because it's a pretty powerful defensive layer. And eventually you'll hit level 91. That's the tree. So the other confusing thing might be these sword nodes. We're not using a sword, but I'm taking these because it gives a chance to block. So we're almost 50% block capped. And the sword mastery has this powerful mod where you gain frenzy charges versus bosses. So that's why I'm taking these sword nodes and also taking these frenzy charges. And these frenzy charges boost the DPS through Snakebite. And I think that's about it. Everything else is self-explanatory. So just check out the link in the description. Thanks.